I was just listening to this girl online. She was talking about a guy sitting as a refiner and purifier. I think her name Carol, about it or something. But anyway, that's exactly right. The, the trials and tribulations that we in always like my past. I love my past. I love my past because that's what he did. My past is how he refined me and purified, and now I'm in the purifier. He refined me in my past, and now that I'm sober, I'm going through the purifier, making sure I stay sober, making sure I can face temptation, because no matter where you go, temptation though. Rich or poor, don't matter. When you was in the refiner, you wasn't good at facing temptation. You would always go back forward, or you would just indulge. Well, eventually you get off of it. You start healing you're supposed to, and you going back forward, refining. Okay, now you off of it, and now you in a peaceful moment where you gotta stay stagnated. On dark night of the soul or whatever. Purify you. See what I'm saying? That way it go. And another thing is where I can help a lot of drug addicts get healed, that you just gotta know people who done been raped and everything. Because a lot of times people that's in them situations done had a bad past life experience when it comes to sex, especially when they was a child. You must understand the fact that you was an angel probably. 9 times out of 10 you was an angel. And you were born in that situation because you could take it and deal with it. You was a triple op. God needed to see through you what was going on. Them people ain't around no more, is it? Them people, surely, if they raped you, surely they got away with raping more people before you. You have to look at stuff like that, y'all. You have to look at stuff like that. People don't just do something because, oh, it's you. And it just happened to you. And it just happened to you. And if they did it so easily to you, that means they got away with it before you. So, God saw it through you. They didn't get away with it that time. I'm sure they gone somewhere. Something wrong with them. Whatever. You know, went to prison, whatever. Died. It's just a meat suit. I mean, not like that, but, you know. You just here on a mission. If you're an angel, you're not here. You're here to cleanse the world. And God see through us. God see through animals, see through insects, see through everything. And a lot of black magic is being done. People trying to trick the spiritual realm. So the typical people, and believe me, lifetime after lifetime, God people are being followed. God is definitely being followed. So over lifetime, magic be done. The trick. To try to trick the spiritual world, the ancestors. So you need a fresh vessel. That's why it's I forgot the word. For us to heal though. It's important for us to heal. Vitally important for us to heal. I mean, I can tell y'all that this is something I want to tell y'all, but I don't want to tell y'all this. But it can help you, but it can break you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I never want to say it, but I'm going to say it because y'all acting crazy out there. When you going through a situation and you mess around and relapse and fall back to sex, drink, drugs, and the situation, you must feel the frequency you in. Just like when you fasted with food, you feel your body adjusting. You feel, first you go through that little headache, so I had a headache, I had to eat, but then you get to the point where you don't eat when you had a headache, and that headache go away and you feel good. You must feel that. You must feel the changes of your body. You must become one with your body when you're going through them kind of changes. My memory going in now because I'm painting like hell over here. I don't know what they got going on Astro, y'all. But So, so when you relapse and well, not relapse, when you go drugs to numb the pain, it will suffice if that's what the word I'm saying for it. But if you trying to numb the pain, realize this: when that drug going away, when that alcohol going away, pay attention to the withdrawals. Pay attention to the hangovers. That's what you need to pay attention to. Even though you don't want to, you take pills, you take this to bounce back. After a while of that, I started just embracing it because I need to feel the damage I was doing to my body. I need to feel what my body was trying to tell me. And that really falls. I mean, I don't know why it occurs. I mean, I do, but I can't explain it. But that mainly occurs from not healing. If you heal, you won't have them feelings. Now, when you do the drug right to numb the pain, you do the alcohol to numb the pain, you have the sex partner to numb the pain, okay. Well, how do you feel after you done had sex with the sex partner? You don't like them, y'all arguing and fussing or something, you getting rid of each other. Typical everyday thing. Alcohol, hangover. Drugs, hangover. Okay. All right. And then what's even more worse on top of that? That problem that made you do that in the first place reoccurred with a vengeance. That means not only did you not heal the problem, but numbing it actually made it a worse problem. So you still around the same group of people, you still in the same energy. You know, and you still got called. You calling people complaining, you think they're your friend, they might just be an enemy. And you don't know, you can't blame them because it's just a meat suit. It's the demon inside of them. You got to get to the point where you're talking to God. Now, the beautiful thing about this is if you're in a predicament like that, a situation like that, like God told me, normally they're angels. So just imagine the power and the impact you'll have, not just on yourself, but the world if you just go on here and recover. Just go ahead and get over that hill. It's rough to get over that hill, but that's you refining yourself in the furnace. That's you refining yourself. You purifying yourself. Once that process is on, trial and tribulation. Once that's over with, you're going to be over the hill. And it's just new beginnings from now. In my situation, I'm fighting something that was a program that was built around the world to keep people from healing. When they was healing, they seen no hope in the fact of healing. So they were like, what's the point of healing? God ain't for real. God fake. It ain't the fact that God fake. It's the fact that they got out. They did the Get Out movie on your ass. They swapped you out while you were discombobulated. When I was getting out of the streets, I noticed something. I noticed a shift in the energy to the point where I noticed it was rooted to somewhere. And I started seeing cops, dirty cops, of course, a lot of them involved in the street gangs, a lot of them. And it ain't you can't catch them. It's like they planted there or something, by the devil or something, Satan or something. And like when the supplier couldn't get no drugs when it was re-up time, they literally when the fiends was kept coming with a vengeance and probably scanned the supplier, they had to make that one last call. And the only reason why I noticed I can't tell y'all how I noticed it. I noticed it with the drug. I asked the dude, I said, why that drug look like that? And he just told me because he knew he couldn't lie to me. And he pretty much called up an enforcement, somebody working in the legal system or whatever. And they gave him a lot of to do him over till they get the normal drugs for the normal supplier. I don't want to get too much information about that, y'all, though. I want to stay out of that. Because, like I said, that's something way over our head. What my head anyway right now. It really ain't, but I got enough on my plate at the moment. But I'm just trying to help y'all heal. It ain't about the drug where it's coming from. It's about you trying to heal. It's about why is these energies. When you look at when I seen that, I looked at it like, wow, the energy that's supposed to be helping us, is supposed to be proud for us to heal, is literally trying to keep us on it. It hurts. And this ain't, the sad part about this is, which it ain't, but it is that I don't know if it was truly intended just for black folks or poor areas, but it affect everybody. It affected everybody. I seen people of all nationalities. I seen people turn over, sign homes away, y'all. I seen people sign homes away. I saw somebody sign a home away with a new, with like 3 acres of land, homes, or either new double wide trailer set up. Sign deeds over for some drugs. Not much needed, like an ounce of drugs. Sign the deeds over. Sign new cars over. Almost made me want to get back in the street, but I didn't. And I realized that stuff didn't even last the people who got it neither. It's still dirty, it don't matter. I ain't gonna get in that neither, but they signed it over. I seen people sign that, they sign their kids over, bro. Sign their kids over, and they sign their kids over, and their kids wind up like, I used to love to listen to, but I don't do that no more because it started getting under my skin. But when I was out there, I used to love to listen to people's stories, see how they got out there, and the female was worse. Some females, parents sold them over to the dope dealer, and they winded up prostitutes, comfortable prostitutes. You don't want to ask why, You don't know. You only want to ask who their parents sold them over to. It be that deep, bro. Deeper than that, worse than that, more gruesome than that. It ain't. But be proud of your past, what I'm trying to say. Even if you haven't healed from it, realize now what I'm telling you now is to heal from it. It's going to make you greater. You're going to heal. I look better now than I did when I was young. I look better now than I did when I was on the drug. Because I learned the lesson in the situation. What I'm trying to say is that wasn't a mistake. Me getting on the drug wasn't a mistake. It was what I supposed to have did. Not saying that when people get on drugs. I'm saying I'm an angel. The angels are not. We already got it made on the other side. Ain't no reason for us to come here. We come here to work. And my job was to see who was torturing the people, who was hurting the people, who was suppressing the people. Once I got the answer of who was suppressing the people and who was torturing the people, then I could safely heal from that situation. It was moments that I wanted to heal from that situation. And no matter what I did, I couldn't heal from that situation. Even when I went out of my way to get help to heal from the situation, I couldn't heal from the situation. But when I finally realized why God even put me in the situation, I immediately healed from the situation. It's like it was meant to be. Ain't nothing no mistake. I tell you what a mistake is. Whoever tainted our water and our air, that was a mistake, or was it a mistake? Because fixing that mistake is going to bring us together as if it wasn't a mistake, and it might make it better. So I'm saying, just like I look better than I did back in the days. Ooh, daddy long stroke sometimes. Yeah, just like that right there. I love God, y'all. I love God so much. I thought one time I could have got out of here. And God said, I can't go with you, though. There's something about this yard. It wasn't God. It was like one half of my energy. They were like, we can't go. I said, so y'all been sabotaging me? And they were like, they didn't answer that. They said, we can't. I said, I ain't going there. And God was like, you got to be human, bro. I said, I ain't going, man. I ain't got nobody out there. I ain't finna sacrifice our relationship here. What else can I do here? Because you said I got to come back 2 more lifetimes. I don't want to come back 2 more lifetimes. Not to do this. I got to come back and deal with the same family, same chaos and everything 2 more lifetimes. But that's how long this process could possibly be. Not saying I'm going to be stuck in this situation. Just saying, even when God say, okay, it's time for you to stop for now and go live a life until we're going to bring you home in so many years, which I know I'm not telling y'all, do it again. Well, I said, when I heard that, I said, look, what else can I do to keep from, I'm trying not to come back. I probably still got to come back 1 more lifetime. But I'm hoping I did it. I did enough not to come back 2 lifetimes. 2 more lifetimes. That's oof, Lord have mercy. But and it's like the higher ups, the higher art ain't There's lower it's lower vibration angels here to do these jobs, but they get distorted with the energy. They get distorted from being in the energy for so long. And then God got to bring higher vibrational angels down here like myself to make sure the job get done. And like I said, I was so happy when I heard God say, I know somebody who will do the job regardless. And it was me. I ain't never been nothing in my whole life. And to hear the creator of the galaxy, the creator of all things, say that about little old me, I was happy to do it. I said, man, that's what I'm talking about. I really got a friend in God. That's how I know. Now you know for a fact. That's how I know that I'm just I'm a tool and I'm a float, and I will anchor you down for playing behind God. That's a pretty unique job to have for God, and I like it. Yeah, like you love God. You coming up in here. Yeah, yeah. Don't know my energy gonna flip flop you anyway. Even if you playing that role, you coming in here, you'll never be able to back out. Nobody can get out my energy. Go ask them. Even the ones who hate me and done what you call they noticing they can't get out my energy. They noticing the only way possibly, if that can get them out of my energy, is by owning up to the wrong that they did in my energy. And that's gonna take a great humiliation. It's a reason, I'm telling y'all, it's a reason like certain people have been in power or had such power. You just got no energy. And that's why those people, they wanted to attack me. They wanted to get rid of me. Very wealthy, rich. They still look like me though. They wanted to get rid of me, whether it was in the church, in the religious world or whatever, circle of the world. They powerful powerhouses. They tried it, but they realized that I realized why they got away with it in the first place. It was energy. And they seen my energy, they had to step back. You gotta respect that energy. Well, that's how you move. That's what it means to move mountains. That's what it means. Because I move your mountain out the way. I won't, God will. My ancestors move your mountain out the way. It's sitting right here. I love it. It was a cartoon, it was an anime. I think it's either Baki or it might not have been Baki. It might have been another anime that's similar to Baki. The dude got the black hair. They got this dude sitting in the room. He owned almost everything. Everything. They say he was one of the most powerful people in the world, but he never leave the room. That reminds me of myself. I can sit right here and restructure floor plans, bro, in the world. About what God, of course through God. Anyway, I hope that helps somebody out there. And for those of you who haven't been through nothing, don't downplay those who have been through something. We all been through something. You got a story to tell too. How did you go without going through nothing? What kept you strong? Because we all are around temptation. How did you overcome this? How did you overcome that? Okay, let's say you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Okay, well, how did you continue to stand up straight? How did you, whatever you good at, whatever you succeeded in, whatever you accomplished? Some people born with a silver spoon in their mouth got bad childhoods. How did you overcome it? How did you do this? Blah, 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 blah.